Pat Rizzo, 8856 Beach Road. I wanted to ask a question when Mr. Tucci was here. Gary, when they put the 46 homes in now, sorry, who put the pipe under Mudhill Road? Those 46 homes going to go into that retention, or whatever that is?
Pat, without, you'd have to look at the drawings off the top of my head, I can get back to
Did we
you.
do that, Chris?
The pipe you're speaking about has been there long before I came into office, I believe.
Okay. I think I mentioned to you this once before. Mr. Tucci's development and that great big holding pond goes, and we've just replaced that pipe, I think, within the last few years, right?
No, it had a dip and all we did was shim it.
Okay.
I know.
But can you keep this in mind, though, all of these houses now, which the pipe might have been there for 100 years, but the amount of water going through it wasn't that bad. And now whenever there's one of these 100-year rains and stuff, the pipe goes from all his development under Mudhill Road and then into people's backyards on Mudmill. It just flows like a Niagara Falls when we have the heavy rainfall. So you're really inconveniencing people on Mudmill, and then obviously it goes down to Beach Road too. But it's not, I'm not talking about only Beach Road. A lot of times you're right along Mudmill, and all you see behind the people's backyards is water. And it is coming from that. And the DEC already made him, I think, lower the outflow, whatever they do. So can you keep that in mind, though, because it's going to be a drainage thing in a few years.
Just so everybody understands, the bottom line is before a developer is allowed to develop, not only does he need to come into the town and follow all our codes, but as you just pointed out, he has to do a stormwater management plan, and it needs to get approved and or reviewed by the DEC. So the only thing I can tell you is I can assure you that he's following both of those guidelines. What I thought you might have been saying is because when a developer comes in, even though he has detention, you're seeing water running longer through that pipe. I thought maybe you were talking about getting the developers to try to pay for maintenance of town facilities downstream, and that would be more of a, unless he was doing something that required an increase in the size, again, I would defer to legal, but generally we've been told that you can't make a developer go and improve something that's a maintenance issue. You can make them improve something
But
for their needs.
in
Was
my
that
mind-
what you were trying to say?
what I'm trying to say is that you've allowed a developer to build, and he's done his stormwater stuff. But at the same time, in order for him to get rid of all that water, he's dumping onto somebody's property that he doesn't own. And when does that stop? So no, I know what you're saying. He's got to address that and the DEC and everything, but he's dumping under a road into property he doesn't own. So at what point do we say, you know what, you're going to have to either ditch this so the water can get into the lake without inconveniencing everybody else that's getting, the water goes down and it just disperses through this pipe, and then you just see it going out behind everybody's backyard.
But if I take your argument,
No, I'm listening, that's what
okay, if I take your argument and you think about what you just said, the water from upstream that goes underneath a town road goes onto his property.
No.
Okay? Well, eventually, in most developments, water doesn't just start on that developer's property. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to understand the point. Mother Nature brings water across various properties, whether you're a developer, whether you're a private owner, okay? And the bottom line is that all we as town officials can do is make sure that somebody develops in accordance with the regulations. I mean, if he's going down to a town facility, that's the town's pipe across that road. He's allowed to use that. I mean,
But at the same time, he's dumping on everybody else.
but he's not, he is, but he's,
And I think that should have been.
but the rates of runoff he's developing is in accordance with both the town's policies as well as the DEC's. So he's not, you know, I understand what you're saying, but you gotta.
I'm just trying to say, if people start coming in and saying to you, and I know what's going to happen, the water's all behind our houses, we're going to sit there and say, oh, you always had it there. You know, that's not true. These people are being inundated with the water now, only because we've had so much heavy rain. And when it comes out, Gary, I know you and I have always disagreed on this. You've always said, well, this comes out slow. Well, let me tell you something. That water takes 20 minutes to get out of that holding pond and into these people's backyard. Because I've been there, I've taken pictures of it, and tremendous, the amount. Regular rainfall, no problem, but again, I know what you're saying about it coming from Smoothie South, but you gotta figure, Gulf Stream right now, there's like, what, 7 sections, 8 sections, and this new one's 46 homes. How many homes have gone into that are inundating this one area going down? I just want, for the future, keep it in mind, because when people come, I don't want to hear somebody saying, well, we're sorry, there's nothing we can do about it, but in essence, we've caused the problem. That's it.
Does anyone else would like to